see, it is my questions that where I would start. Well, now here I would contains all comments. Well, sometimes here top comments is perfect, but all comment is always best. Okay. Now let's check it. Why all comments is always best? Well, every setting is okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Samta. I am here with you. According with titles, yes, we are roasting here feminist celebrities in the topic of the toxic feminism. And today's feminist celebrity is Sejal repeatedly. And now, here we can see the points. Now, today's point is the NEET 2026, where we want to check the reality of 406 out of 720. Okay. Now let's check the momentums. Well, well. Now here we can see. Well, game ons, and here it is the videos. Well. Well, now here Sejal Pawar's joke on a man's productive organs. She joked on this and she was laughing. Okay. Now what is the today's points? Well, here I have watched videos. Here, well. Now it is the moments here I contains brothers like Jaggi sir. We came to know that the Sejal Powers got an MBBS seat through scheduled caste quota, and now let's check it. Sejal Power gets a score seat with the just 406 marks, while she is not even an unprivileged woman. That is the points. And here I was just surprising because yesterday's live stream we have mentioned that what is the brain of Sejal Powers. Okay, now in that cases, well, 180 questions here, correct answer contains 4 marks, wrong answer contains negative marks. Now let's check it. How is possible of 406 out of 720? Here we can see, I apologize. It can be 170 correct answers and 62 wrong answers. Hence, anybody can score 406 out of 720. But now, let's check it. What is the reality of Sejal Powers? Here, I am here to mention like that. Okay. Now, here I would show the options at the moment. And now, here we can see what was happening in these points. Okay. Now let's come into the points. Here, let's just wait and watch. Yes, Sejal Powers spent 60 million Indian rupees to get 240 marks in 60 biological physics wrong answers. Okay. Generally, Sejal Powers attends here 180 wrong answers out of 180 questions, but because of 170 millions uh, Indian rupees, here 170 wrong answer got complete 4 marks per answers, and rest of 62 wrong answer still remains the negative 1 marks. Okay, now let's check the more points. Now let's topic about what is the merits of Sejal powers. Okay, now here we can see let's talk about the biological physics questions. From 528,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide and 216,000 kilograms of waters, here in photosynthesis reactions we could get here 384,000 oxygens in 5.606 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 joules. How much weight of effective fuel is required? That was the questions. Okay, now let's check it. What's going on the answer? Here one options contains 4 marks and rest of 3 options contains negative 1 marks. Now let's check it. And here option A 5.47 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion 666 billion 666 million 666,000 661 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion 666 billion 666 million 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. Option B, and here we can see this points 5.47 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 661 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperatures of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Option C, here we can 5.47 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 to the power negative 661 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 666 degrees Celsius. Option D, 71 billion liters of petrol. And now here we can see the points, and that is the momentums at the points. And here question is when the topic is about artificial photosynthesis. In that cases at the moment here we can get 60 biological physics questions. It is about 60 biological physics questions. Well, the biological physics is required for NEET exam 2026, and here to know the basic knowledge of physics. In this cases here NEET exam. What is NEET exams? Well, NEET exams is research exams that you can be medical students of any governmental medical college in India. And here, well, King Edward Medical College hospitals contains and medical students like Sejal Pawar. But now here we can see reservation, women reservations is not matter yet. The matter is that here how can Sejal Pawar get 406 out of 720, because today we are studying that what is the biological knowledge, and particularly what is the biological physics knowledge Sejal Pawar gets. Okay, now here question is what is the how much weight of effective fuel is required when we can get 384,000 kilograms of oxygen in through the artificial photosynthesis reactions between carbon dioxide and 528,000 carbon dioxide and here 216,000 kilograms of waters in the presence of lights. And here we can see this the points. The correct answer is the effective fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And here the specific heat would be 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Here the required energy is 5.606 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 joules. And here 5.606 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 divided by bracket of 15,408 multiplied by 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 bracket close. The entire bracket close is clear. Hence the answer would be, a correct answer would be 5.47 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 661 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius, it would be required. And now that is set. It is the scientific proper correct answers to be here effective fuels to be for artificial photosynthesis. But now let's check the points. Option D. What is option D? Here option D is written as like that. Here option D is 72.1 billion liters of petrol is whole. And here now let's check it. Okay. Now here we can see this is the momentums at the points. Well, I think I would feel sorrows like that. Well, now here we can see this is the moments. Well, any connections? Okay, buddy. Hello, buddies. Any connection is okay? Okay. Now here I do not know. Here Sejal Pawar's answer is option D. But that contains the negative 1 marks. Well, correct answer is option S, that contains 4 marks. But here Sejal Pawar wants 4 marks from option D, and hence she spends here 1 million Indian rupees for the questions. Okay. And here we can see these points. I think here we got the several last actions, the moments. Okay. Anything is okay? I don't know. Well, now here we can see these points. In these cases, Sejal Pawar's Sejal Pawar's knowledge is that she was used 72.1 billion liter of petrol in the purpose of 4.606 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 joule of photosynthesis reactions to get 384,000 kilograms of oxygen. Now here we can see these points in the. Now it is the 60. Without any bribes, how would she can get? Well, in this cases, she can get 60 negative marks, I mean negative 60 out of 60 biological questions. That means she can get here negative 60 out of 240 in biological physics. But now here is the irony is that she spends almost 60 million Indian rupees to get 240 marks, and it is here is the reasons that what is the secrets of what. Okay, here we can see what is the secret of here her that she can get 406 out of 720. Okay, now let's check it the moments, and here let's find out the another questions. Well, and here now let's check it. Well, now here we can see, let's topic about the biological mathematical questions, and here let's can check the points. Let's assume Gal Gadot with Sejal Pawars, where both of Gal Gadot and Sejal Pawars are women. Now Gal Gadot contains here artificial 697 Y sperm and artificial 4X sperm, where Sejal contains 1000 natural X ovum. What is the child gender predictions? Okay. Now here we can see this. That is the points. Option A. Now option A is, well, 99.42938% child would be son, and 0.57062% child would be daughters. Option B, 89.42938% child would be son, and 10.57062% child would be daughters. Option C, here 79.42938% child would be son, and 20.57062% child would be daughters. Option D is 100% child would be daughters. And now here we can see the let's go to points. Okay, in these cases here Sejal Pawars option is D, that means 100% child would be daughters from here 69 Y sperm and 4X sperm. Here out of 701 child, here 701 out of 701 child would be daughters from 697 Y sperm and 4X sperm. That is the answer of Sejal Pawars in biological mathematical questions. Okay. Hence, she could get the negative 1 marks. Correct option is option A. That contains positive 4 marks. But now, here Sejal Pawars wants positive 4 marks for option D, and hence she spent 1 million Indian rupees for the questions. Okay. Now, let's check at the moments. Well, here we could see it is about the net malpractice, NEET, malpractice as the moments. Here, now let's check it. Well, now here invigilator filling OMR sheets. Here key NEET corruption case 2004 to 2024 to 2025. Godra Gujarat 2024. Here invigilator filling OMR sheets. And here is the probable points that it is the probable reasons that why Sejal Pawars could get. Okay. uh, 406 marks out of 720 in NEET 2026. Okay, and now let's check at the points. Okay, now here we can see that this is the moments. Now let's check it. Now question is, when the topic is biological and mathematical answers here, when the two Gal Gadot lesbian Gal Gadot wears here Sejal bars, where both of Gal Gadot and Sejal bars are women's. Gal Gadot contains 697 Y sperm and 4 X artificial X sperm as an artificial sperm. Here and Sejal bars contains what 1000 natural ovums. Now here how I can calculate the correct answers, that is option A, where option A was, well, where option A was 99.42938% child would be a son and 0.57062% child would be daughters. Here it is simple at the moment. Now let's check the calculators. Okay. Now let's check it. 69,700 divided by bracket of 697 sum by 4. Okay. Now here we can see, here we can get here 99.42938% child would be baby son. Okay. Now baby daughter, how can I find the baby daughters? Predictions that would be here. Here 100 subtract by 99.42938 would be daughters. Now here we can see the 0.57062 would be daughters. And now let's check at the moments. Okay. Now here, okay. Now we can see these points. Now let's coming to the points about biological chemistry questions. Okay. Now here we can see what is the biological chemistry questions. Here when we have to get here 768,000 kilograms of oxygen and 720,000 kilograms glucose. Hence, your topic is that accordance with the photosynthesis reactions, that how much carbon ions, oxygen ions, hydrogen positive ions and hydroxide negative ions requires. Now let's check at the moments. Okay. Now here option A, carbon ions. Okay. Now here we can, I apologize. Now here we can see option A, carbon ion, 288,000 kilograms, oxygen ions, 768,000 kilograms. Here hydrogen ions, here 24,000 kilograms, and here we can see hydroxide ion is 408,000 kilograms. Option B, here carbon ion is 289,000 kilograms, oxygen ion is 767,000 kilograms, hydrogen ion is here 23,000 kilograms. Okay. And hydroxide ion is 407,000 kilograms. Option C, Carbon ion is 288,000 kilograms. Here oxygen ion is here 769,000 kilograms, and so on. And here we can notify is that four options among between the four options, one option contains here positive 4, and the rest of three option contains negative ones. And here, accordance with the biological chemistry, we could see that here option A is correct, because when we can get because here when we require 768,000 kilograms of oxygen and 720,000 kilograms of glucose, here we require the carbon ions to be 288,000 kilograms, oxygen ions is 768,000 kilograms, hydrogen is 24,000 kilograms, and here hydroxide ion is 408,000 kilograms. That means option A is correct. Okay. Now let's check it. What's happened with Sejal powers? Okay. Now here we can see Sejal powers chooses option D. That is wrong answer, hence that contains negative 1 marks. Now correct answer is option A, that contains positive 4 marks. But now here Sejal powers 1 to 4 marks for option D, and hence she spent 1 million Indian rupees for the questions. Okay. And now let's check at the moments at the points. Now here guys. Now here we can see we could notify about here 60 biological chemistry questions. Here 60 biological mathematics questions, and here 60 biological physics questions. And now let's check at the moments. But here we can see this. We can see the stamps. 60 sum by 60 sum by 60 is 180. Oh yes, it is 180. But I think it would be the 30s. The 30 sum by 60 is 150. Here she attempts 150 wrong answers out of 150 questions out of 180 in NEET 2026. And accordance we discussed that here we can see this moments. Sejal Pawar spends 150 million Indian rupees to get 600 marks out of 720. In the base of every correct marks in 60 biological physics wrong answers, every correct marks would be in 60 biological mathematical wrong answers, and every correct answer would be here 60 biological chemistry answers. But now here we can see this points. What is 50 subtract by 17? That is here 40 subtract by 7, that is 33. And in this cases here we can see the points. 60 biological physics wrong answers gets the complete 4 marks. And here we can see 30 biological chemistry contest, wrong answers contest. Here complete 4 marks for in each every wrong answers. But here we can, in this cases 60 sum by 30 is 90. Now let's take the parts. What is 117 is subtract by 90, that is 11 subtract by 9 is 2, that is 27. And now, when the topic is about 60 biological, mathematical wrong answers, here, now let's check it the moments. Just wait for some times. Okay. Now here we can see these times, and here we could just wait. Here we could see here out of 60 biological mathematical wrong answers. Here we can see there's points. 27 biological wrong answers got here proper 4 marks. But what happened in the rest biological mathematical wrong answers? Now what is 60 subtract by 27? That is 40 subtract by 7, and that is 33. And in the rest of 33 biological wrong answers, here somehow, well, okay, somehow here we can see the NEET author exam invigilators, well, honest soul has been awake. And in these cases, at the moments, the honest soul of invigilators in the Sejal past periods thinks that here we cannot provide 4 marks in each out of rest 33 biological wrong answers. And now, in these cases, what happens here? Well, in these cases, we could see the 33 billion Indian rupees, 3 crores 30 lakhs Indian rupees has been refunded to Sejal Pawar with the statement that we cannot provide here 132 marks in 33 biological mathematical wrong answers. And in these cases, in the points, what's going on? Here we can see the point to be notified. Here she could get, here she could attend, she could get almost 1 marks of 117 correct answers and 62 wrong answers. Where actual in 150 answers, let's check the moments. She gets here 117 correct answers and 33 wrong answers. Now, in 150 question answers of the 180 questions, what is the results? Here we can see this is the results at the moments. Well, now here we can see she could score 435 out of 720, and here that is the significant momentums. Okay, and now here term at the moments, here I would mention that what is the race problems. Okay, the race problem is 30 biological wrong answers. Okay, now and here, okay, now here we can see that is the moments. Well, now I can share to here marking is sometimes like significant problematics. Yes, now it is okay. Now let's come in to the biological questions. Here we can see now here let's check it. It is the Sejal powers. Now biological question is, what is the hemoglobin level both of healthy men and healthy women? Okay. Now let's check it once. And here is four options. Well, one option contains positive 4 marks and another three option contains negative 1 marks. Now let's check it. Option A. Well, when the question is hemoglobin level of both of healthy men and healthy women. Healthy man, option A. Healthy man hemoglobin levels 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Women's 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. Okay. Now here we can see option B. Man 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Women's 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters to 0.55 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters. Okay. Now here option C. Man 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters to 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters. Women's 11 gram per liters to 15 gram per liters. Option D. Here we can see man's 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. On the other hand, women's is 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Okay. Now let's take points. Now let's find what is the scientific answers of hemoglobin levels. Well, option A states that man hemoglobin level would be, healthy man hemoglobin level would be 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Well, man side is scientific. Women's hemoglobin levels 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. That is unscientific. Option B. Now here we can see man. Well, 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. Man side is scientific. Now women's sides. Here women's 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters to 0.55 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters. Here both of man's side and women's side is scientific correct answers. Now option D. Now let's take option D. Man 11 gram per liters to 16 gram per liters. Women's 15 gram per liters to 18 gram per liters. That is unscientific. Now option C. Here man 0.003 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters to 0.55 0.005 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 999 decillion picogram per liters. Women 11 gram per liters to 15 gram per liters. Now let's points. Option A is unscientific, option C is unscientific, option D is unscientific. What is scientific? Option B, that is the correct answers. And now let's check it, the Sejal powers corruptions. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Here Sejal powers corruption is clear. Sejal powers answer is option C, that contains negative 1 marks. Correct answer is option B, that contains positive 4 marks. And here now Sejal powers wants positive 4 marks for option C, and hence she spends 1 million Indian rupee for the questions. But now in the 30 okay. Now in these cases Here, one question say, the invigilator mark as a 0 and the rest of 29 biological wrong answers. Here, invigilator's soul is still awake, hence she gets 29 negative, she gets negative 29 out of 30 biological questions in base of 30 biological wrong answers. And now here we can see these points, and here somehow we can ensure that here, in the cases the moments 180 million Indian rupees, that means 80 crore Indian rupees, has been bribed from Sejal powers to NEET invigilators. But we can say in this times here, the 63 questions out of 180 questions in NEET 2026, here invigilator honest soul has been awaked, hence she gets 60 the following negative 62 marks in the base of the following 63 wrong answers out of 180 questions in NEET 2026. And now here we can see that is the significant traits at the moment. Now here it is the performance of Sejal powers, and now Sejal powers gets the set of ST in the base of 406 marks. But as we could discuss the analysis, the knowledge of Sejal powers in NEET exams, here Sejal power deserves negative 180 marks out of positive 720 marks, where she gets 406 marks out of 720 marks. Now what's happened? That means here she braved 180 million Indian rupees to get a 720 marks, where 117 million in Indian rupees bribe has been successful and 63 million Indian rupees bribe has been failed. And in this, here is the points, that is the moments. Now let's check is how much percentage of bribe has been failed. Okay. Now where is it? Well, here 117 divided by 180. That is here 117 divided by 180. That means 65% of bribe has been successful in NEET 2026. Here is the reason that the Sejal power gets here 406 out of 720. 406 out of 720 in the base of 65% successful bribe in NEET exams. And now that is the significant concerns that when a girl aspirants like a Sejal powers can get 406 marks out of 720 marks. Now I understand that why NEET exams on May 6, 2026 has been cancelled, because here there was a several talentless, there was several meritless girl aspirants like Sejal Pawar, who was trying here 180 million Indian rupees bribe to NEET teachers to get the question paper leaks, and when they contest the wrong answers, they can get 720 out of 720. And now here we can this the points, but this times, well, law, police and here courts has been active, and now on the other hand, the meritorious boy aspirant has been awarded. Hence, in NEET exam has been cancelled in May 6, 2026, and now it is in the case of the ones June 21, 2026, NEET exam would be scheduled. Okay, now here we go. But what about the calendar of NEET exams where, well, Sejal parts has been Sejal parts has been a girl's aspirant. In these cases, there was a similar points of here paper leaks or NEET scam in the calendars where Sejal parts has been girls aspirant in probably 2022 or 2024. Now in these cases, now what's happened at the moment comes. In the case points, well, Mumbai scam is not been disclosed, but here was a topic of, now I'll show you. Well, I would record some 1 minute. Okay, now here we can see that is the moments Godhra, Gujarat, invigilator filling OMR sheets, that is key NEET cases 2024 to 2025. Okay, now what was amount? The amount is 1 million Indian rupees per students. Well, and now here we can see and in this case, what was outcome? 5 IELTS exam center rated candidate across state implements. Okay. Now the second probable reason says paper leak before exams. Okay. Now here paper leaks before exams, 50 lakhs, 5 million Indian rupees per aspirants. Okay. Now NEET 2024 results controversies. Now what is the measures? Suspicious high score 68 perfect 720s. Now Maharashtra 2025 scam. Doctor and insiders promoting mark boost up to, well, 87.5 lakhs Indian rupees per candidate. As a round figure, that would be 9 million Indian rupees per candidate. Okay, now here we can see this points. When the topic is about social parts, what is 5 sum by 9? That is 14. What is 14 sum by 1? That is 15. Well, now here we can see this points. Now let's check it. Okay, where is gone? Game on. And now, well, so 150. Well, okay. Now here we can see this by 15 millions Indian rupees multiplied by, for one question multiplied by 180. Now here I would discuss. Okay. Now let's check at the points. Sejal powers. What is the Sejal powers amount she paid for to get 720s out of 720s? That is here 2.7 billion Indian rupees. That means here almost that would be clear cut moments. Okay, that is 270 crore Indian rupees. Sejal Power spends. Now let's check it. In the cases 65, here 175 crore 50 lakh Indian rupees of bribe has been successful, and the rest of 270. What is the rest of 270 crores? Now 2700 subtract by 1755. That is well 945 millions. That means 94.5 crore Indian rupees has been filled. Now in this cases, here 175.5 crore Indian rupees of bribe has been successful, and 94.5 crore Indian rupees of bribe has been filled. Hence that Sejal Power could get here 406 out of 720. Well, now here 406 out of 720. That score I got from the resource of Jaggi Sirs. Here I am thankful to Jaggi Sirs that he would provide the information. And I think both of me and Jaggi Sirs would be confused that even if Sejal Power would be capable to get 406 out of 720s in NEET exams or not. That is the significant confusional moment. Because here, what is the significant confusions? And in those cases, now let's check at the moments. Well. Now here we can see. Here I can get the biological topics. Okay. Now here we can see the points. 1, 2. Okay. Now. Okay. Now here we can see. Just wait and watch, and I can say the points. Here, Sejal Power spent almost 60 million Indian rupees only for filling the OMR sheets. And overall, the momentums at the points, what is that is almost 900 million Indian rupees. Sejal Powers spent for 60 biological physics questions. Now let's check what is 150 million Indian rupees cases. The question was from 528,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide and 260,000 kilograms of waters. In the photosynthesis reaction, we can get 384,000 oxygen in 5.606 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 joule. How much weight of effective fuel is required? That was a biological physics question. Now in these cases, now here we can see, now let's get the points. And where is she? In that cases, the paper leak cost 50 lakhs. I mean, 5 million Indian rupees has been spent on the leak of the one questions and for the following four options to be answered. Okay. Well, in individually filling OMR sheets has been complete, and now here doctor and inside NEET insiders promoting marks boosts. In the mark boosting promotions, spent here 9 million Indian rupees in the mark boosting promotions. Okay, and now here when that was a correct questions. Okay, now in these cases, now let's talk about the biological mathematical questions. And in the moments here, I apologize. Now here we can see this is the points. Here, uh, let's assume Gal Gadot with Sejal powers when both of Gal Gadot and Sejal powers are women. Now, Gal Gadot contains artificial 697 Y sperm and artificial 4X sperm, where Sejal powers contains 1000 natural ovums. What is the child gender predictions? It is the proper biological mathematical questions. Now in the simple one questions, now let's get the points. What's happening here? In this cases here one one question paper leaks cost here 5 million Indian rupees. I mean 50 lakh Indian rupees. Here within the four options. Here filling the answers contains 10 lakhs Indian rupees, and here mark boosting contains here 9 lakhs, I mean 9 million Indian rupees. Now on the other hand, here let's check the points as in biological questions. What is hemoglobin level both for healthy man and healthy women? Well, the one questions leaks calls cost here 50 lakhs Indian rupees. One OMR sheet filling cost 1 lakh 10 lakhs Indian rupees, and mark boosting costs 9 million Indian rupees. And in these cases, well, here we can see in the cases at the moment. Well. Here, I think it is here out of 30 biological chemistry questions. Here, every questions lead cost 50 lakhs Indian rupees. Here, filling OMR sheet cost here 10 lakh Indian rupees, and mark boosting cost here 9 million Indian rupees. I mean 90 lakh Indian rupees. And now here is the moments, that is the reality of Sejal powers. Okay. Now in those cases, well, now let's take the points. And here I would say here. Now what is 9? What is 9 multiplied by? Now let me take a breath. What is 90 multiplied by 150? That is here 150 multiplied by bracket of 100 subtract by 10 bracket get close. And here now let's take it 150 multiplied by 10 is 1500. 150 multiplied by 100 is 15,000. And here in this case, now let's take the points. 150 subtracted by 15 is 135. That means here 135. Now here we can see this points. 135 100 lakhs. 1350 million Indian rupees has been successful. Hence that Sejal Pawar's case, the here 360 marks in the base of 60 biological physics wrong answers and 30 biological chemistry wrong answers. And now, when the topic is about the 30s at the moment, but in this cases, here is something like fishes. Okay. Now, what is 20s multiplied by 150? Here we can see these points. Now, here we can see 15 multiplied by 27. That is, here we can see the points. 405 million Indian rupees has been successful. Is that what is the cost? Well, 27 multiplied by 4. Here 108 marks goes to Sejal part in the base of here biological mathematics wrong answers. But now after that here somehow here NEET invigilator honor source has been awaits. Hence she can get this 62 negative marks in the next 62 biological wrong answers in out of 180 questions in NEET 2026. And in these cases, now here we can see the points. That is the secret of Sejal Powers, that she got 406 out of 720. And now here is my questions that is Sejal Powers capable to be here a scorer of 406 out of 720. And now here is an irony. The irony is that Sejal Powers is an MBBS student in the stipend to be 30,000 Indian rupees per month. And in 4 years of MBBS course, Sejal Powers would get 1,440,000 Indian rupees. Yes. In the base of here 1,755 million Indian rupees of successful prize on NEET 2026. And now that is the source for moments. And here is my question, that why King Edward Medical College hospitals did not take any actions against Sejal Powers, and why the Dean of King Edward Medical Hospitals did not cancel Sejal Powers license. That is the significant concerns at the moment. And now I think here in 3 live streams I contains here only one t-shirts. Hence I am feeling some sorrows at the moment. And now in the next live stream I would change the t-shirts at the moment. And I would roast Sejal Powers in the topic of feminist celebrity roast. That's how she is dangerous for uh, patriarchal girls aspirants to be meritorious in NEET 2026. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.
Adios.